Alrighty then, halfway through week 5 of the Gfinity Elite Series Season 2, it's Csgo. We had Infuse taking on Epsilon. Could Infuse kickstart their season and get that win off of Epsilon, making it 2 losses in 2 weeks for Epsilon? But unfortunately, it didn't happen. It finished 11-16. So yes, Infuse take a point, but Epsilon go marching on. And joining me down here on the analyst desk, of course, Sponge moves along a couple, Barber joins us, and Kevzy. Gentlemen, you got the job done. Yeah, you must be feeling pretty confident, back to winning ways.
Yeah, I think so. We had a boot camp in Belgium, and it went a little bit of roller coaster, but I think in the end it paid off pretty much. I got my game plan in, and I think they're getting more comfortable with how I'm calling, and yeah, it's good to round out the boot camp with a win. Huh?
Yeah, because they didn't have you for 3 weeks, Barber. So do you run a tight ship? Are you quite difficult? Are you quite, authoritarian? Is Kevzy, fearful of speaking when Barber starts throwing out commands? Oh, no, apparently not. No, okay.
No, I wouldn't say so. He's a good captain, but we're free to speak.
Okay, good. And it's obviously working now. Last week, bit of a change in the lineups and then back to form, and you had a fantastic round today, didn't you, sir?
Yeah, felt good to play today.
And Sponge, what did you notice from the boys up there, Epsilon? Just getting grounding it out? It was train, Matt, we haven't seen them play on it so far.
It was a mess. The game was a bit of a mess. You won 2 2v5s. You also won a full eco on the CT side. And there was just a couple of other miracle rounds. In the beginning, it looked like they were just sitting back and you guys were defaulting on the T side, taking all the territory you wanted, finding frags across the map. And then eventually they started to adjust on their ecos. They're a bit braver. And that's where you guys seemed to struggle. Was your plan just to do default until you could?
Pretty much, yeah. I told the guys, like we were actually expecting a Mirage today. But yeah, I told the guys, like, if they get scared, and then they fall back as they do, they're sitting in corners and stuff, then we got to get in their faces with doing as little sound or giving them as little tells as possible, So that's what we did. But when they adjust, then we got to adjust also. So no, we just played pretty much this game out of their mistakes.
Yeah, it felt like you were in full control the whole time. Even though you lost both pistols, it just seemed like cruise control, really.
I think so. I think we did a good game. We had a good read.
Yeah, you were looking very confident at 2v5, you and Jay-Z Walkins. I want to see the footage back of this. Talk us through what was happening here.
Lead the way. I'll follow you.
I barely remember the round.
Yeah, this was in the round.
Oh, it's from the beginning, yeah?
Yeah, right from the beginning. So what was your strategy going into this round?
Let me watch the map a little bit.
I think this is where you pulled all the road.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were supposed to fake inside and then go outside because they were playing so defensive, as I said, and then they don't know if we're down or not inside, So the plan was to throw some nades, sell the fake with one guy going down, and then we get the control outside. It took a little bit of time because we Molotov and smoked the connector and stuff like that. So. But in general, I think they're freaking out. I get 3 jumping around like I don't know what. I don't know what happened really, but no, they made it really easy for us. It's more of a weird 5-on-2 than a good 2-on-5, to be honest. Yeah.
It felt like they gave you a lot of room, right, to work, and they also gave you 1v1s, which is exactly what you wanted, those kind of scenarios.
Yeah,
you exactly. Now, I've got to ask, Barber, obviously you're saying you're going into boot camp. Is that so the guys like Kevzy can learn the way that you want them to play, or is it a completely new change, or how difficult has it been in that boot camp?
To be honest, they did good without me, also pretty good. But there was some pieces missing, and then also it's not a change that we need to point out. It's not a change because I'm the better player or something like that. Moken got issues with his eyes, and therefore cannot play for at least a month. So. We want to win those games here, and why not have a boot camp in Belgium, get the guys together, and then get to know the guys also, because I met them the first time last weekend. So, get the team together and then, get better.
Yeah. Well, obviously from season 1, I thought we weren't playing this season because maybe you'd pulled something pulling up the check. It was that heavy. Maybe that's why you didn't play for the first 3. But you're back. It's important. Kevzy, though, fantastic performance from you today. Let's have a quick look at your stats and in terms of, this is from today. So this is your stats. 23 kills today, ER 14.5 and an ADR of 96.4. Got to be fairly happy with those, Kevzy.
Yeah, I mean, headshot ratio could be better, but I'm happy we won.
Yeah, indeed, that's the most important thing. And then look at the rest of the season stats, combining that all together. Look at the ADR. Look at the ADR on that.
They're shooting them in the foot, man.
Yeah, what the fuck.
No, whoa. All right. Yeah. You did a great tournament so far. Huh?
Yeah.
And how would you improve that going forward? Obviously, you're concerned first and foremost on the wins, but for your own personal play, Kevzi, what are you going to do differently? How are you going to improve and keep working on your own game?
I think I'm just going to get better at my positions. We've changed around a bit now, and just going to get comfortable in our play.
Okay, so Endpoint will be your next contestants that will be stepping up onto the arena. You fairly confident you're going to stick around and watch them in their match today?
I think I'm going to the cinema, but there's always a demo after, you know, so we can check it out, you know. But Endpoint is going to be tougher. They showed some good CS. So I think that's going to be a harder game. We have to put more energy into that game. And now it looks like we are almost ready for the playoffs, I think. So, but yeah, tougher game for sure, Endpoint.
Okay, well, you rest up, enjoy it. You know, just relax after your Belgian boot camp. I quite like that. It's got a ring to it. Sponge, stay there. I need more from you in a second. But right now, I'm going to throw over to Lottie, who is with Neil M. What does he have to say, Lottie?
Well, Neil, you heard him, Tom. What do you have to say about that game? I mean, there was a lot of mistakes, but the game was filled with eco rounds as well, so it's quite difficult to get the momentum going and things. What was happening?
We lost 7 advantages over the game. It was just like, we were doing well at the start of the rounds, and then like people were kind of, as I said, I think we just kind of panicked in the mid-round. I mean, we've only just brought Link in a few days ago, and Prac was going well, but we just lost so many situations. 2 5v2s, 2v4, like it was just really bad mid-round. Like communication just was really bad, but yeah, we threw away the game.
And Lincoln Fire had a really good game as well. And they won Fire actually at one point, but then Zinken comes along with this ace, unbelievable, crushes their momentum. Players like that on teams as good as these guys, how does that affect the gameplay throughout and the team? Yeah,
we knew they have a lot of young, talented players like Kevzi and, as you said, Zinken they're really, really good players, and they got so much potential to like make it up to like tier 1. I feel like, so yeah, like they just had a lot of individual skill, played better as a team, and as I said, like we just kind of crumbled, I guess, towards the halfway during our CT half. Like all them rounds, we should have won like 4v3 in the first gun round, 5v2s, yeah, but we just again we threw it away.
Well, and also you guys are an incredible team, but we've seen you perform better. What do you guys have to do now in order to secure more wins and just to become better as a whole team?
I mean, a good team doesn't become good overnight. I mean, we've only been a team like a month and a half, 2 months since season 1. Like we switched 2 people, and we just brought Link in, who again, like you said, he played really, really well. Like for first time on stage at Gfinity, he played really well. So we just need to practice a bit more and try and fix our mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes today. Just what me and George watched the demo. I mean, there's a lot more events out there to try and put ourselves out there and just keep battling it out.
Fantastic. Neil, we've got to go, but quick question for you, because I know you want to answer this. I want your prediction on the Endpoint game, quick.
I think Medford are going to win.
Medford are going to win. Okay, thank you so much, Neil. Tom, back to you.
Thank you very much. Do you know what? Neil M was full of confidence when I spoke to him back there, and he told me for my prediction that I should back him. I did, so that's 2 predictions gone wrong. But at the end of the day, so like you said, so many 5 versus 2, seeing those situations out and not crumbling. But we'll see him again next week. Right then, the action does not stop there. We've barely even started. Game 3 promises to be an epic contest between a team of UK fan favourites XL and the Deadly Danes of Reason Gaming, who are going from strength to strength. XL are yet to show their true potential this season, and they'll need to pull out a bag of performance to take down Basso and his boys, who are brimming with confidence. So, gentlemen, we've done Infused. They got a point. We move on to XL. They definitely need a win, don't they? And I haven't backed them in my prediction.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are putting in their predictions for that AK skin. I've not backed them. They're my boys, and I've gone against them.
I thought you were
the
number one Boaster fan in the UK.
Yeah, I'm a number 1 fan of XL, but I thought, you know, I just wanted to mix things up and go, you know, people need to get off my back. You know, I've made my prediction.
Hold up, maybe it's a good thing, because so far you've predicted wrong all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now you've predicted against them, they might win.
Exactly. Now, this XL team definitely do need a win. But what have you made of them so far? Why is it not clicking?
They've just kind of been lacking, really. Like early on they started off with playing Cash against Epsilon. Fine, you know, surprise pick, and it was quite unlucky really, because Zinken had that incredible 5-man, they just kind of got repelled really, it was quite unfortunate. And then from the weeks on from then, it's been, you know, losing to Endpoint on Inferno, which is a map they're normally quite good at, and then it's just, they just need to pick it up really. It's, last season it was a late season burst as well, so hopefully this is where they start coming into their stride.
We got some insider information, didn't we, about Jacob?
Did we?
Backstage about he's at the gym.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know if I could mention the fact he's been bare gymming and he's pulled bare nerve, which is trapped now. So the nerve's got trapped. I don't know if that's his mouse thing, you know, the fingers there, or is it going to be the keyboard?
I think it was on his right side, wasn't it?
I think it's left. I think it's his keyboard. It shouldn't be too... but listen, these are the vetoes that have come in. It has happened. We were watching it as it was coming through. We just wanted insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Inferno it is. What do we make of that, SEO?
It's actually a map that XL have played quite a bit this season, same with Reason. So honestly, it's like a middle ground. This is definition probably a middle ground matchup, to be honest. But I feel like it favours Reason in the sense that they've got overall better teams, like individually, and as a team, they've looked a lot better this season.
We've seen one map of Inferno already. What would you like to see differently in how the map should be played, Sponge?
I think the way that the guys from Envious addressed it was pretty good. They had a good system, and the way that they approached, you know, taking banana control was really good. That's basically the key point of this map. If you can get control of banana and boiler and halls, from there you can do a plethora of different fakes and attacks on different bomb sites. So the strategy's been good so far. Coming out of these guys, I think just the Brits, the guys from the UK, they just need to play with a little bit more aggression and a game plan off the bat. Don't start reacting once everything starts to fall apart. Be the ones to be initiating the attack. Be the one on the CT side to take risks, because those gambles are what win you games.
Yeah, well, I hope Excel are listening. Did you hear that, Excel? Right, best of luck to both of these teams. Excel are taking on Reason in our third match of Week 5 of the Gfinity Elite Series Season 2. We'll have a quick break. When we come back, we can get the predictions on how this match is going to go. Welcome back to the Gfinity Arena, Week 5, and we are getting ourselves ready for another epic battle. This time it's going to be XL taking on Reason. Now, I'm currently in the XL area. I'm technically not favourable amongst these guys because I predicted that Reason are going to win, but we can move past that because I tell you something, when the noises, when the sounds of Boaster get going and the rest of his merry men, they really do, it becomes deafening. But then again, at the same time, when these guys are not winning, the sound of silence is just as deafening.
Finds one frag, ready for more. It's all on him right now as he's doing work, ready for the third. It's Moku with 1 HP, takes him down with a headshot. XL kick it off with a bang. They have to push in, it's all gone wrong.
It's a battle of nerves, a battle of wits. Connor misses the shot. Oh, Connor! 3 versus 1. Let's go!
It's now or never. Going to walk in between a rock and a hard place, but Endpoint claim victory. It's all on Fry. He has to try and push through. XL pick up the victory.
Loza in a 1 versus 2 is going to be taken down.
Yeah, lads, yeah? Some more noise from you, yeah? When the noise is there, you win. That's my motivational talk. Thanks, that. Windansky telling me to shut up. Unbelievable. I'm trying to do my best, you know? I believe in you. Love you too. Okay, there you go. So XL, they can be deafening when they get going, and they've got that confidence behind them, as we know from Boaster. But taking on that Reason team today. Let's have a look at the XL lineup first, though, before we get to Reason. Standings. Let's do the standings. I've been told we're not going to look at the lineup just yet. We're going to look at the standings because that's most important, because we need to know what this affects if XL get that first win. Obviously, they'll get their 3 points added to the 5, which will take them up almost towards the playoffs. But if they don't get that win, it's going to be pretty difficult for them. But Reason, we weren't expecting them to be so high as they are at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite a shock, really. Like, at the start of the season, they lost to the Envious side, funnily enough, who have been quite lacking recently. And since then, they've beaten Endpoint, they've beaten Epsilon, so it's quite surprising, really.
Is indeed. Now, there is the lineup of Boasty's merry men. Jacob, as you kindly pointed out, he was chatting to us, give us a little bit of intel. He has trapped a nerve in his left shoulder. It's going to be a good excuse if he doesn't get that win today, isn't it?
Especially if he doesn't play very well, right? You know, it's fine if he gets lots of frags and stuff. Maybe he always needs to have a trapped nerve, but definitely a good excuse. Injuries do exist in Counter-Strike, just like anything else. But I think these guys are the underdogs, so you have nothing. You've got nothing to lose here. You've got everything to play for, and a win is going to be big. If they can be noisy, that's going to be exciting for me. Yeah. And after my own heart, I used to love a bit of yelling back in my days when I used to play.
Did you find it like if you were up against an opposition who were noisy, did you just really want to quieten them, or did it really get under your skin?
No one was noisier than me, I suppose. I was going to say my team, but I kind of was the driving force, right? Even in, well, not this studio, but the one that used to be just down the hall from here, we had booths. I was making noise. You could actually hear me in the arena. So for me, it more was just to drive me, and I felt that I played better when I had that momentum behind me, and definitely made my teammates laugh, so kept them in a pretty cool-headed place.
Definitely. Now, this is XL from last week, taking on Prophecy. No one saw them losing, and as people pointed out, it was really maybe the inability of XL at times to see rounds out that gave Prophecy the win. Would you agree, or how did you see it?
It felt like heavily momentum-based, as we always say with XL. They need to start off strong, and in that game, they didn't really get themselves going. I believe it was 8-3 at one point to Prophecy, which it kind of says, well, it sets the tone, really. XL needs to be, start off strong, get on a winning way, and then they just don't get it, and in that process, they tend to lose. They need to adjust it, really.
They do indeed. All right, then. Well, gentlemen, we get closer and closer to this epic little battle, our third one of Week 5. XL's opponents, on the other hand, have gone from strength to strength over recent weeks. Last week might have been the finest moment yet.
Scandinavian derby, a lot of talent on show. First come, first served, 2 amazing kills. He's a tank, isn't he? Spraying through the smoke and gets the second as well. This is my bomb site, this is my bomb, and no one is getting anywhere near it. JC, he laid the smackdown there on Reason Gaming. All the pressure of the world on his shoulders. It was a great comeback to 15-all. Makes it look easy, as cool as a cucumber.
Epsilon are going to be taking the next round. It's 18-18 and game on.
It looks like Reason could be only seconds away from their second terrorist round in overtime. The Danes are going to win this Scandinavian derby.
Indeed, the Scandinavian derby was decided by Reason, and they were in epic form. We welcome back Minette back into this lineup, and yeah, I mean, who's the star performer so far in Season 2 for you, SEO?
I think it's been a mixture, really. Basto had a week that he's really good. KS did the same. Last week it was Tessus. They've all kind of had their moments, really. Haste's in the IGL spot. You don't traditionally expect him to be, putting out that many frags compared to his teammates. He's thinking about the grand scheme, technically. So overall, they've just got a good few players who can all kind of shine at any moment, really, given the situation.
Yeah, and what do you like about this team?
I don't know. Do you realise you have a legend in your midst? I'm not talking about myself here. I'm talking about Minute, right? He's a Danish Counter-Strike legend. I don't know if these guys have been telling you on the desk every week.
You missed a plane flight because the ticket was...
Yeah, that's not a legendary move.
Well, that's a legendary story. That's a great story when you meet your mates and you're like, guys, you will not believe this. And then we go, you legend.
Great one for a Saturday night, really.
Great story,
but in terms of his lineage in Counter-Strike, he was a fantastic player back in the 1.6 days. Transitioning into CSGO wasn't really something he picked up. For him to make a return here, he's one of the most experienced players in this whole venue right now. So hopefully he can show up and get something done.
He can indeed. And it will obviously complement Tessus because he was the MVP for last week. And he was popping heads left, right and centre, wasn't he? He said to me backstage, it's going to be another 40 frags this week. Overly confident or not confident enough, or is that just about the right level you expect in the Elite Series?
I mean, it's a set of regular confidence, really. You don't want to be saying, well, I'm only going to get 4 this week, so don't expect much. You want to be showing you're ready, you're going to do it again.
But in the warm-up room, the boaster was just like, yeah, I'll get 30. That's not enough. If Tessus gets 40, you've got to say more than that. I'll get 41 or 42. But he's a very confident player, and some of his stats here right now, 40 kills, of week 4. He was on fire.
Bit of a beta though, isn't he? Only 6 first kills. I'm all about the entry fraggers. Get in there first, get it done, do the dirty work. This guy's just mopping up kills.
What, he's not you.
No, I want to be impressed. I want him to impress me now.
You would. He's got tall order. Gentlemen, I'll take your prediction then. You know what's at stake for these boys. You know how good Reason have been with Teslas in their team. But you know the capabilities of Excel. Who would you pick to win this?
Reason.
Okay.
That is the reason.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the reason
as well.
And Let the Reason Be Love. That's the song, isn't it?
Sure.
Works for me.
Yeah, sure. Works for me. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna throw over to Harold, my good friend, one of my best friends.
Well, you're a good man.
A man who's had to put up with you all afternoon, and it continues now. Kyanite, how are you feeling working with this legend?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, he's a legend, like you said. Let's be honest, he's like twice the size of me. If I say something else, then I probably won't be cast in the 4th game.
But will you fall apart in the fact that you predict different teams? Who do you reckon's going to win?
Well, I'm gonna say Reason, to be fully honest. Do we agree? Yeah, we agree again.
Tom, I'd like to point out everything so far that you have predicted has been wrong.
That is correct. And who are you going for then?
Oh no, I'm just pointing it out.
No, you pointed.
There's nothing else to say about it.
Everyone saw the finger, it saw the direction, it saw who it was pointed at. But who are you going to go for?
Second.
Who are you going to predict for this? You've got it's a 50-50.
Well, seeing as I like being right, I'm going to go with Reason.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to predict the other team?
No, I can't now. I've changed it. I've already chosen Reason.
You've chosen Reason?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And I let the reason be love. So I love you two, gentlemen. Take it away. I'm glad that you've gone for the prediction, and look, I hope I'm right for once.
Well, seeing as you've predicted the same as me, you will be. Not that I have an ego at all. I would, in fact, say I'm probably the least egotistical person here. But, I mean, I must be right, obviously. Always am. Kyanite, we're back on Inferno. What do you think of Inferno?
Well, we saw Inferno as our first map of the day. And obviously Inferno, historically, massive favourite in Counter-Strike, and personally, one of my favourites as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, we've already seen Excel play on Inferno twice so far in this 2nd season of the Gfinity Elite Series. First time round, Excel lost to Endpoint 16-13, and then lost to Prophecy last week, 16-8. Meanwhile, Reason, we've seen them only once on Inferno, and they beat Endpoint 16-14. So given that Endpoint beat Excel on Inferno and Reason then beat Endpoint, you'd expect Reason to be favourites. But as we saw in the previous game, anything can happen at the moment in Gfinity Arena.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing about this season of Gfinity is it is so close. You know, any team can beat any team at any time, apart from some. But you know, we've seen some incredible stuff, some incredible upsets, some crazy games. So really, it is up in the air. But I think this is one of the matchups that is somewhat more clear-cut. Reason Gaming beat Endpoint, one of the top teams, probably the best team in the UK right now. They were able to beat them with, you know, it wasn't easy. It was a very close game. But going up against XL, I feel like this should be more in Reason's ballpark. They're very skilled players. They know what they're doing. Like Sponge said, there's experience on Mine, not named after a bullet. It's actually just his second name. So I'll leave that one. I'll leave that one to the people that know what they're talking about. But you know, it really is so close.
I think we're going to bear in mind as well that Reason last week defeated Epsilon, who obviously, as we know, were defending champions, and we saw how strong they were on train against Inferno in the 2nd game. And at the same time, they actually had Zeo as a stand-in. So now that Mine is back and ready to rumble, I do seriously feel like we are going to see the best come out of Reason gaming, especially on a map like Inferno. But we'll have to wait and see. As far as I'm concerned, I saw Excel on Inferno last week. They didn't really impress me, but hopefully they've gone back to the drawing board and they've come back with some improvements.
Yeah, the problem Jacob was saying is they're just easy to read. A lot of the time, the enemy teams are reading them very well. So hopefully they've gone away this week, they've thought about it, come up with some new strats, some interesting and intriguing things, and we're going to see that in front of us today. At XL, the UK boys, can they pull off something incredible? We're going to see. Pistol round moving towards that B bomb site. XL taking it slow, just working their way forward. A little presence over towards A, maintaining that 3-man setup. for Reason Gaming, leaving just Mine and Basso. Now we know these two players are very, very skilled. Basso is on my fantasy team, so he better come up huge today. I'll tell you that for nothing. Smokes go in, flashes to follow, and now the push will arrive onto the site. Keep themselves alive. It's Basso and Mine playing together. Are they going to expect Basso? Doesn't matter. Connor takes them both down. That absolute entry fragger. Going to find himself 2 quick, easy kills, and now the retake has to come in. KS and Tessis have to come together and overwhelm this B-bomb site.
Yeah, Connor slays 2 defending Reason players in the ruins. And it's going to be Thesis to lead the charge in from Banana. 40-odd frags for him last week. Can he roll back the years? Oh, roll back the week, rather. He gets 2. Looking for a third hotshot onto Jacob. Can't find it. Jacob and Boaster to try and stop the bomb getting defused, and they just about managed to do that. Boaster with the kill. Excel with the first round of the game. But for a moment there, I thought that was going to be just a moment of magic from Thesis, but it didn't quite happen in the end. But I think Excel, they took their time. You know, they stuck together as a unit in terms of taking that B-bomb site and wrapping around ruins together. Connor did really well to get 2 entry frags, and when you do that, it's such a difficult retake for the counter-terrorists coming from the other bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that B-bomb site is so difficult to retake, especially with a man disadvantage. Technical timeout comes in. So angry they started smashing their own keyboards. And in victory, then smashed more keyboards because they were so ecstatic. So really...
Don't try this at home. Don't be smashing keyboards at home.
Just don't smash keyboards. There's a general rule of thumb. It's not very handy.
They're very expensive as well, if it's a decent one.
Depends on the keyboard, really. You can get a Dell one for a $5, can't you? But I tell you what, they're reliable. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Connor, again, this is just insane. He is such a fragger. You know, you send him into a bomb site and he will open it. He is just so good at fragging. And when that man is on fire, it's as if there really is a fire under his chair, pushing him forward, saying, Connor, go and get some frags, buddy. You can do it. Go kill someone. There's Lazar, the not AWPer anymore, now a rifler. Touted to be one of the best riflers in the UK. That's what many say. That's what Ross Rooney says. That's what Imi says. What do you say?
I say he's a very talented player.
Young chap.
Yeah, very talented. Used to be a fan of him back when, you know, he used to AWP predominantly, but obviously I've seen him rifle as well, and like you say, he is a very skilled upcoming talent. And you know, you were talking earlier on about reliable keyboards.
Yeah.
You know who sell reliable keyboards?
No, but you're going to tell me.
Omen by HP. One of our sponsors of the Elite Series.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a reliable keyboard,
keyboards,
make sure you hit up Omen by HP for that reliable keyboard you've been looking for.
Well, they sell headsets as well.
Headsets?
Awesome computer builds.
What else?
Yeah, they've got a really cool computer, actually. It's like a cube. Yeah.
Really?
It's pretty cool.
Is it a good computer?
Oh, very good computer.
Must be.
Yeah, obviously you can get it, like you can customize the specs and so on.
I bet it's a great price too.
It is, yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know the prices off the top of my head. I only have one head. I don't know why I said
if you did know the prices, they'd blow your mind because they're so good.
Yeah.
Reason Gaming, off to a difficult start perhaps, but I mean, if it's anything like last game, we are in for a slobber knocker.
Well,
which hasn't been said for a while.
Given what I remember from Inferno last week, excelled at their pistol rounds. Most of their rounds actually came as a result of the pistol rounds. It was the gun rounds where they really struggled. So, given that XL capitalised on the next 2 rounds, obviously it's still very early to jump to conclusions. And yeah, submachine guns coming out. 1 Galil and 1 AK, unsurprisingly, for the Irishman in Connor, ex-Irish international. That's how good he is. He's represented his country at an international level in Counter-Strike. You know, that's not a small feat.
You're saying he's got small feet? I don't think that's relevant, my friend. I don't think that's relevant at all. Let's keep the Counter-Strike for now, young man. Looks like another B hit
You were the one
coming.
talking about big shoes to fill earlier on.
Huh? You know what they say about big shoes?
Forget it.
Big feet. Moving towards that B bomb site once again. Reason Gaming going to have to put those pistols to work. There's still a little bit of armor to play with. There is the odd deagle here and there, and you know what a deagle can do when you give it a little bit of space. There's 3 players waiting. Basso, we know this man is a monster. Hasten to call him a man. We're going to have to wait and see. Tessus finds himself the opening frag, and now they know the kill is coming in. The attack on the B bomb site is underway. The boost comes in. It's Mine. He's going to miss the first shot, but he will find the follow-up. Hasty in the back lines, finds one, recovers the weapon, now going in for more. AK-47 in hand. He's looking. He's finding Jake and finally gets himself a kill, but he's 1 versus 4. He has no chance there. And that is an eco round win coming in for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, nice boost coming in, stopping XL, making their way towards that B-bomb site. 1 kill onto one of the incoming XL players just near the fountain, and of course the kill at the back of the site as well, as the AK and bomb both dropped. Left XL in a very, very difficult predicament here. Week 5, Game 3 between Reason Gaming and XL Esports. As a result of that last round, XL, they no longer have the rifles and submachine guns they started the last round with. They're now down to pistols, bar Jacob. It's now Reason that get a sniff of some big, bad, tasty weapons, whilst Boaster fails at boosting himself into...
Well, they don't call him Booster, do they?
Yeah, true. Be pretty embarrassing if it was called Booster and was failing that boost.
Yeah, or would he just be a booster as in he boosts other people or gets boosted himself? Who knows? Not me.
Well, pretty standard 3-man boosts back in CS 1.6.
Well, you can do 3-man boosts in CSGO 0.6.
Like 3 4-man boosts.
You can do that. If you have the imagination, you can do anything. Just remember that in life. Connor trying to open this one up. It's not working out for him. We know the man is a monster with a deagle, but given no opportunity, there's not a huge amount he can do. The bomb working its way over towards that B bomb site. And Jacob going in for the wrap with his teammates. Hasty spots him out. Just says, you know what? You want it? Come and get it. Come and bloody get it. Jacob will dash his way through like a dash hound on heat. He moves. Hasty will come in from behind. Hasty like the pasty, but hotter than any other. He's going to find himself easy frags all over the place. Money in the bank. That's 1,200 quid he didn't have before as Windansky tries to equal the playing field. He will find himself 1. But the bomb now, 2 versus 2 on that bomb site, and the 2 that they are fighting have better weapons than they could even imagine. Basso 1, he will be traded, however, and Connor gives himself the bomb plant, leaving it in a 2 versus 2. Galil, M4 versus Deagle and MP9. Who will come out on top? I'll tell you who it is. It's going to be the ones that find the frags.
Most certainly will be. KS and Thesis now, both making their way up Banana. And sneak in towards the B bomb site. Nade Molotov thrown towards the back of the bomb site. Connor shows himself, sprays and prays, but his prayers haven't quite been answered just yet as Excel tried to create a crossfire. Windansky with a kill. KS is going to get pushed by Connor. Kill with the Galil, starts to defuse. Windansky also goes down, but not enough time for KS to salvage the round. And XL Esports, as it says on your screens, win yet another round. 2-1. And so far, this game has been unbelievably back and forth between the two sides.
Yeah, I mean, XL, happy. Looking good as well. Looking forward to seeing what more they have to offer us. It's looking pretty positive so far for the UK team. Reason Gaming, of course, they're showing a lot of skill. Question is, will it maintain? Of course, once more, they're going for the force buy. The force buys are prevalent so far today. All we've seen is buy. This is like Chelsea in season, because everyone's got lots of money and they like spending it. Connor, looking...
Was that a football reference?
No, Chelsea is just a high-end area of London. I don't know if Chelsea fans spend a lot of money. I just wouldn't know. I'm sorry. Do they? I mean, you tell me, mate. You tell me. Listen, all I know is I know a good try when I see one, so I know football.
Boaster is all eyes on balcony room. Windansky at the bottom of apps as well. Jacob playing passive from second mid. Waiting to see if any CTs go aggressive, and there we go. Smoke over towards library. We do have Thesis, though, who was MVP for last week, of course. Ready and waiting, lock and loaded. In outside, it's going to be Boaster leading the charge. KS just above Ah, the plant on quad side. It's going to be a kill from Boaster, and now, before you know it, you'd expect Excel to start to wrap around the A-bomb. But Hasta, eats alive the Excel players coming his way. Thesis on very low HP, but what he's doing now is running down this clock. He's going to put those 2 flashbangs out to try and hold off Excel, but Connor does decimate him. Hasta with it all to do all by himself on the bomb site. Number 4 in Basso still on B. Mine rotating all alone through Arch side, and it's so important now that Mine waits for Basso to join him. He's going to pick up the M4 now, and they've got to try and retake this bomb site together. They can get 1 early kill, turn this into a 2 versus 2. You can't help but feel like the retake is on.
If there's a will, there's a way. And Mine, he wants to find it as he works his way forward. It's Basso in support. Really, unless XL give them an opportunity, there should be no way to win this round. Maybe get some exit kills, and that's all they can hope for in this one. Already looking to exit his XL a little bit early, if I dare say so. AK-47 in hand, the kill comes in. Maybe just enough time. Connor will be able to survive if he stands in the corner. There he is. Actually, the bomb plant is a little bit close there. Yeah, he's going to be okay. He's going to survive. Oh, listen to that. Cheering away up on the stage. Loza gives a little smile. Interesting point to note. No jersey on Jacob. Is that going to restrict his playing ability? Obviously, the jerseys are made with inbuilt ventilation functions that mean he's able to move better, as you know. Technology these days.
He's wearing the whole club shop.
Well, if he
hoodie,
was.
Shirt underneath the hoodie, cap as well.
Yeah, well, you've got to get it all, haven't you? You've got your branding.
Excel playing gloves, there's an idea and a half. Anyways, Jacob is going to get caught with his pants down, peeking that corner with a smoke in hand. Not a good idea, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to get punished.
Well, if he's wearing his jersey, he wouldn't have had that problem, I'll tell you that for a fact. Tessis follows up, Loza goes down, headshot comes in, very, very easy stuff. And Boaster now having to fall back. He has no choice but to flee, and flee he will indeed. Boaster, can he find anything? He's upgraded himself to an AK-47 at least. That is the least of his worries, however, as he needs to find kills right now if he wants to get his team back into this. Just Connor, Boaster and Windansky remain. However, they are 3 very strong players. 3 players known for their abilities. Windansky, the experience. Connor, the entry. Boaster, the all-round good guy. But is he going to be able to make it work right now as he works his way forward? Connor low HP. They have to find a pretty quick kill here. Hasty willing to give it away. But not today. What do we say to the God of Death? Boaster says goodbye as Hasty goes down. Low player on Tessis. Nade will take him down, leaving just 1 man alive. It's going to be KS. Do they know he's around? Windansky going to jump on his head and kill him. That's what happens often when people fall on your head. Boaster, Connor and Windansky have made their way into this A-bomb site, decimated the opponents and taken themselves the advantage very, very easily.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mine or Basso are interested yet again with even getting anywhere near this bomb site. They'd rather just hang back, give the round, hand it over to their opposition, and try and get an exit frag or 2 and force one of these Excel players into basically having to rebuy come the next round. Basso will be able to hit someone making his way towards mid/second mid. Maybe you can hear it from there, I guess. Mine is going to see off Boaster, knows Windansky's close by, but somehow Connor manages to get away with 1 HP as well. So only 1 exit frag there for Reason Gaming, but exit frags are one thing, but really, they need rounds.
Yeah, rounds, of course, would be very handy at this point. But, I mean, they're doing the economic damage. All they need to do really is win that 1 round and they can try and get the momentum back in their favour. It's going to be an eco round, the first one we've seen so far. And so Reason Gaming, just pistols. Of course, Mini from the AK-47 that he did save. We'll be holding on to that one. But I have to say, XL, we often have the problem with them that they don't get off to a good start. They don't start quickly. Now they have. They've got the momentum going in their flavour. And that's exactly how it's going to go. Boaster opens up, Hasty goes down. That's the B-bomb site revealed. As Basso tries to do some work, it's not going to work out for him. Mini, the only man with the weapon, trying to get some damage done through the fire and the flames, but there is nothing to be found. Nothing but the abyss and darkness of smoke. Still trying. Boaster getting himself forward. Needs to be a little bit careful. If he does go down, it potentially gives away that UMP and gives Reason Gaming a little bit to play with, but not going to happen today. KS just making sure no one can move forward. Hold on to the weapon. Get that AK in hand. Then Reason Gaming can go into the next round with a similar buy. I don't believe they'll be able to buy, but like I said, maths, not my strongest point. We'll wait and see.
There we go. Okay, they'll have just about enough in the bank.
Well, that's so 5. I think they should be alright. I reckon. Jumble sale.
Finally, my A-level in maths is finally coming.
You have an A-level in maths?
I do, yeah. And I made that mistake earlier on. That's why I was so embarrassed.
Well, you should be.
Yeah. You know what it was? It wasn't really a mathematical mistake. It was just me not reading the number 10 properly on the current standings.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I think it's because I'm wearing the wrong glasses today.
Blame the glasses. You know what? A bad chef blames his work tools. Blames his rolling pins. That's what they say. Do you want to be a bad chef? Do you want to be the best chef?
Oh,
That's
mate.
what I thought.
I don't
Greg's coming in now.
Gordon Ramsay, if you're not careful. But anyway, there we go. Connor says see you later to Hasty, who apparently now has a pasty named after him. As he makes his way towards Arch side, but Mine, oh no, he's going to miss that shot. He's in such a good commanding position as well, and that's left Thesis in all sorts of problems. KS and Thesis going to absolute work though. Great quick rotation positioning from KS to help out Thesis, who really could have got surrounded by the incoming terrorists. But now it's all down to Luzzer and Jacob to get this bomb down nice and safe and hold it off from the incoming rotators. It is once again Mine and Basso with the job of trying to get their hands dirty. It's going to be Mine to finally get a kill that he's been craving for quite some time, given how this round's gone so far. But Luzzer was so focused on where Mine was coming from that Basso came from the other angle and wiped him away. And there we go. Reason get their second round on the board. 5-2.
Yeah, finally getting themselves back into this one, potentially halting the momentum that has been gaining on that side of XL. You know, often we have that problem with XL. Are they going to get going quickly? Are they going to start off well? And it seems they have. So whether they can continue this, you know, when they start going, when they're on fire, they're on fire. And that's what we need to see. That's what we need to see. You know, Connor is having a fantastic game so far. We've had some nice kills from Luzzer, but, you know, we'd like to see more. Connor on the AWP is interesting. I understand that they wanted to take Luzzer off to give it to Jacob to allow Luzzer more space, but giving it to Connor, Connor is a fantastic rifler. I mean, he's a very, very good AWPer, of course. Let's have a look at the name of that AWP, preferably.
Is that a reference to what was said earlier?
I believe it's a reference to the event, actually.
Okay. So, Boaster, same as last week. Loving a bit of a cheeky wallbang. Unfortunately for him, no one's actually on the receiving end of those bullets. We've got 3 men making their way towards a bomb on the back of Connor. He's currently got Luzzer boosted up towards the B bomb site. And at the moment, XL, they're just trying to get a feel for how Reason Gaming are set up so far here in round number 8. Reason playing very passive, so passive to the point where on the A bomb site, rather than even putting anyone, you know, taking a peek at mid or in closet at Arch, they've got 2 men slap bang on the bomb site. That emphasises how passive they're being there. But obviously XL won't want to dedicate to either of these 2 bomb sites before they've got a little bit more intel. But Sonny, with the clock ticking, with just under 30 seconds to go, they are going to have to get a move on. And that is going to involve some gambling.
Yeah, the gamble they're going for is B bomb site. They're going to try and get in there. They have, of course, got to face off against Hasty and Basso. 2 players that have definitely been having a good game so far, and it's not going to be easy. Now the utility coming in. Hasty take a little peek, nothing to see. It's going to be a quick Dre coming in for Basso. 1 and done as Connor doubles up. 1-2. Happy days. And the B-bomb site is gone. 4 seconds left on the clock. Good lord, they are cutting it close, but close is how we like it here at the Gfinity Elite Series. With 3 versus 3 in the retake now. B-bomb site, of course, not the easiest to retake, but there is utility to play with, plenty of flashes. And if you flash someone often, they are surprised by it. Luzzer absolutely demolishes the opposition. Minier now, last man alive, AWP in hand, and he can't do anything. Windansky has sent him. Well, I don't know where you go if you get your head chopped off. There's nowhere really to go, is there?
Back to spawn.
Well, you don't go back to spawn. You go to the morgue, I suppose. Goodness.
Great play from Luzzer, even though it did kind of feel like Reason helped him perform that double kill off. It's not quite on the same level as Barbar's double kill from earlier on. If you've not already checked it out after this game, go back and check out the highlights. In fact, not after this game, but after our final game of the day, which will be coming after this game, of course. This is only game 3, so still plenty more sexy Counter-Strike to be coming, but probably not so sexy is going to be this round, given that Reason really don't have much to play with and under their arsenal. Excel just keeping their distance, taking their time. Once they get an opening frag, then they can perhaps, you know, dedicate and wrap around a bomb site.
Yeah, same default they've been sitting in almost every single round so far. Reason Gaming just don't seem to have an answer so far. You know, the problem is Reason aren't reacting particularly well to executes. They're staying very static. They're not playing as particularly well as a team. They're not rotating very well. And so it ends up a very static, very stale defense where one person's in one position, he gets smoked off. He doesn't seem to, you know, the whole team doesn't seem to react. Okay, he reacts. The whole team doesn't seem to be coming together as a unit and saying, right, this has happened. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to fix it.
Hashtag bring back Zio. Get it trending. Anyways, Jacob is going to announce himself behind the counter-terrorist with his MAC-10. Basso down to 18 HP. Hasta rotates, though, and takes Jacob out. Boaster searching for frags. And, oh, if he's not careful, Hasta can make him pay the price here. Boaster looked like he may have bit off more than he could have realistically chewed. Bomb down on the B-bomb site. KS is going to nail Luzzer in the head. KS is going to get a second before Connor sweeps in with the Season 75. But just by the skin of their teeth, Excel survived that one. Probably lost far too many men than what they will have wanted. But what's important overall is that they've won yet another round. And we both predicted Reason, but Excel have certainly been impressive, and as far as their T side is concerned, this is like a completely different Excel terrorist side to the one I commentated last week against Prophecy.
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume they've gone home, they've looked back, they've said, right, this is what went wrong. We were predictable. We were being read quite easily, and well, the entries really just weren't there. Today, they've started off well, they've worked as a team, and Connor has been on fire. Their defense is terrified. So did that, did a football reference.
Connor on fire.
Yeah. See? I know, I'm a man of the world. Boaster, trying to get aggressive. There is, of course, a wall bang here onto KS. He could be wall banged, as the verb would be. Obviously, it's not the most common wall bang. You can see a couple of bullets in the wall, but no one's been banged by those walls yet. 2-7 is not the greatest scoreline. Reason Gaming, one of the contenders, absolutely, for the throne. And they say no one in the Elite Series scares them except themselves, which is a bit nihilistic, but I mean, that's up to them, really, isn't it?
Well, I think given that Envy beat them in the first week, I'd like to think that they are somewhat scared of Envy.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Would you be worried about Envy? Well, Envy did beat them in the first week, but I wouldn't be particularly worried. Every dog has its day, and Envy's is long gone.
Well, I guess that's what you get with this BO1 format. Gambles, etc. But, you know, so far, Reason have shown that they definitely have a reason to be afraid of Excel. Mine with it all to do. But Basso, goes to work at the back of the B bomb site. Fantastic, awesome, incredible play from Basso with the M4. Luzzer and Jacob now. Bomb gets planted, and they look to hold off the incoming attack. But that attack, ladies and gents, was led by last week's MVP, the Dane from Denmark, because that's where Danes tend to be from. Thesis. 2 kills for him, and Reason, welcome back to the scoreboard.
Yeah, 3 rounds now. The big 3. That's the one they're aiming for. The big 1+2.
We're improving.
It's not the greatest start in the world, I have to say. Reason Gaming not looking too happy. In fact, I would go as far as to say that they're looking quite sad. Basso, good round. We know he's got the ability. The question is he going to put it into practice? Nice little spray down there from Tessis. We know, big player him. Not physically big. I'd say physically quite normal sized. But in-game, very good at Counter-Strike. Similar to Connor, who so far is having a fantastic game. Now, let's think about this. XL, now, win a round. The money is reset. Reason Gaming, wait, this is the good bit. will struggle.
I'm not going to lie, I completely zoned out.
That's how I live most of my life. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not the only one. And also not the only one is Reason Gaming, because they now have 3 rounds, not 1. Moving towards the A bomb site. They've decided, no, we don't want the A bomb site. A bomb site's boring, it's dull, it's last year, it's out of fashion. We're going to head back towards mid and wait. XL, 1 man down. Connor's dead. He's out of the server. Did we see Connor die?
Riparazione biciclette.
Oh, you're reading.
I am, yes, yes.
Well, that's cultural appropriation. Well done.
Thank you. I've got no idea what that means, but I assume it has something to do with a bicycle. Given the drawings of the bicycle.
One would assume. So, same execute we've seen time after time, as Cindy Lamper would say. As the push comes in, now Boaster trying to get a kill, won't work. He's flashed, can see nothing. I believe it was a team flash, but hey, who cares? Windansky, first man, goes in, 1 kill comes in. Basso has traded it, but it's still a 3 versus 4 moving into this bomb site. Bomb is going down, but Tessis says, no, that's my bomb site, and you're not having it. Basso will come in with 1 more. But Lazar, still alive. We know this man is capable. No one is taking him on just yet. He has no idea where KS is, and KS will reap the rewards of his stealth. The bomb will be defused. And Reason Gaming, yet another round. It seems Reason Gaming may have got a bit of an idea as to what's going on. Maybe it's too late, but maybe not.
Slowly but surely, churning their way back into things. Needing a bit of time to warm up and get the ball rolling. But Reason Gaming, we can argue, have returned. And if they can win this round as well, then that'll be goodbye to XL's economy. Mine with the AWP. Meanwhile, XL, well, Connor's only got an AK-47, which does suggest that they can't afford one themselves. Mine, oh no, once again missing an important shot. And XL are just going to try and maybe push him here, or is that Molotov going to put an end to any potential push? Mine gets away pretty much almost unscathed. And with over half his HP, of course, still standing. So he's probably going to drop down now towards the back of the B bomb site. Talking about dropping back, XL are also going to fall back, sending more men towards the other side of the map now. Let's see whether they can get any sort of control in and around apps. Boaster with a UMP makes sense for him to maybe go into a close quarter area like that. Connor's pushed all the way towards the top of Banana so we can control that area as well. Should later on in the round XL decide they want to fall back towards the B bomb site. But now I'd like to see XL maybe knock on the door of the A bomb site. You know, take a peek towards Quad, take a peek towards Arch. They'll realise, as Jacob suddenly has done now, how passive Reason's setup is, and let's see if they can counteract it and find an opener.
Yes, they did spot the shoulder there, so he's going to put the utility in. He's got a teammate to pop flash him as well. Is he aware of Jacob's position? I think he is, so calls the rotate over. Basso can watch that angle, but Jacob, the sneaky man that he is, has found Hasty's back. Looking, but he won't get it. Hasty takes him down, 1 kill in the bag, and now the B-bomb site. Well, there's only 1 point of attack. There's no flank, there's no wrap. It's all in the front. Mine has to hold down here. No more missed shots. It's not good enough. Connor takes him out the server. 1 miss is all it takes. Now the bomb site is given up as a 4 versus 4. Basso trying to spam away. Not going to work out for him, or is it? Boaster goes down. Absolute blind shot. Spray comes in. That's what we like. 3 now versus 4. The retake. We've seen so many B-bomb site retakes that just haven't gone the way of Reason Gaming. Is this the day of change as Basso works his way forward? Connor, the first man, is going to find the shot. Of course, he's not going to miss. Connor does not miss in a situation like that. Now needs more. 1 comes in. Looking for more. He won't find Tessis, but hiding away. It's going to be Tessis to take him down. Tessis, 1 more. It's all Windansky. 1 versus the world. Coming down. 1 spray could do it, and there it is. Windansky. Philip Nicholas. The man, the myth, the legend. He is one of the most experienced players we have in the United Kingdom, and that is why he's still the best.
Probably won't say he's the best, but
he's all right.
One of the best without a shadow of a doubt. And really well played from Windansky, kept a cool head at the back of the B bomb site. A lot of players in that kind of scenario will have panicked, but instead he waited for Reason to line up for him. Connor looking for an entry with that AWP, and I tell you what, you know, there were questions over whether they should really be giving him the AWP, but so far he has, without shadow of a doubt, been pretty impressive with it, and it just goes to show how much of a well-rounded player Connor really well and truly is. And The fact that he can fill so many different roles, how lucky Excel Esports are to have a player of his caliber contracted to them, of course. But here we go. Reason, KS with only CZ75, Basso with a machine gun, Titus with only a Deagle, and unsurprisingly, the first kill of the round goes in favour of Excel.
Yeah, that is the thing about Excel. Such a versatile team. Everyone is willing to pick up a role. Everyone is willing to do what must be done. And Connor picking up the AWP today, you know, he's been a force of nature, absolutely shredding his opponents down. Now heading back over towards that B bomb site. Excel just proving the UK is not done for yet. We still have a slim, maybe slim. We have a chance. Mine takes down Jacob. That's that wrap once again taking down KS from behind. Oh goodness, he is struggling. He is indeed struggling rather hard. He does find it. Mine trying to play close with the orbit. I'm not sure about that, Mine. I'll tell you, I'm not sure. Tessis and Basso will come together for one each. Leaving it now in a 2 versus 3. Actually, Reason Gaming looking to be in a somewhat favourable position, but we know on the retakes, the site holds their very strong Boaster. Getting a bit aggressive there. It's Connor, the last man alive now. He has to face up against Mine. It's AWP versus AWP. I'm going to be going down, Connor! That man is insane, and he is on fire right now. So you deserve a little giggle.
I know you meant him, not me, but you know, when you see Counter-Strike as good as that, you can't help but smile, regardless of whether you're Connor or whether you're lucky enough to be here live in the Gfinity arena to see it firsthand. Excel Esports here on Inferno, ladies and gents, proving a lot of people wrong.
Mostly Tom Deacon, though.
Okay. Excel, a lot of their good fortunes have happened towards the B-bomb site. Oh, and it's going to be Boaster that tears it open like a cesarean section. Boaster with 2 kills with that UMP. Jacob with a Mac 10 kill straight onto the face of Hasta. And, well, before I can even complete my sentence, from a distance through the smoke, Excel bid farewell and say see you later to the incoming rotating counter-terrorists. And this is a completely different Excel terrorist side on Inferno to the one I was commentating last week. And as someone who wants to see UK Counter-Strike, UK teams, etc. do well, this is quite nice and refreshing.
Indeed, this is a breath of fresh air for the United Kingdom scene. That's what we like. Jacob now getting a bit aggressive with the AWP in hand. He does spot out the pushing player. Mine is going to be Molotov'd back. We haven't seen a lot from Mine. It's been a pretty disappointing game, it has to be said. The AWP has not been performing, but KS will be able to find himself the 1 kill onto Boaster. Going back now is the 1-man advantage, but so far Excel haven't seemed to struggle with losing that 1 man early, so perhaps they will continue that trend as they continue in the game. Last round of the half, of course. Taking 11-4 for Excel would be huge. With only 1 round in it. Still, already a fantastic half. Especially on T side. Looking very strong indeed. Moving over towards that A-bomb site. A little bit of a wrap coming in from Jacob. It seems every time he's gone for this play, he's been caught out in one way or another. This time, he's not going to go for it. Just sit back. Go for the full execute onto that A-bomb site. There's only 3 players. If they don't go for the wrap, Hasti can be smoked out. He can be utilitied out. And they have got plenty. 2 Molotovs, 3 smokes to play with. So this push should be pretty strong.
Certainly should be. The thing about Thesis is he looks so cute, so innocent in his photo. But as we know, this guy on the battlefield is an absolute monster. There's the first, and surely not the first. It will be the first of many, rather, as he gets the kill onto Jacob. 5th round on the board for Reason Gaming. But I'll tell you what, Excel, 10 rounds for them. If they go into the second half now and win the pistol, capitalise on the next 2 rounds, they'll find themselves at 13 and only 3 rounds away from securing victory. Reason Gaming fans, your team, they've got a very, very steep mountain to try and climb if they are going to fight back and get into this game. You can't help but feel like them winning the pistol is going to be pivotal for them to try and do that.
Yeah, absolutely. This pistol run really does mean everything. If Reason Gaming can take it, they get themselves back into a great position. Now, they do have the momentum to work off of. They did win the last round If they can work off the back of that, push themselves forward, get a little bit further, maybe there's a chance that they can get back into this one. Of course, they are touted as the better team. You know, looking at this on paper, you do look at Reason Gaming and say they're a lot stronger, they have the skill, they have the experience, but XL are proving it all wrong. Coming in today and showing, actually, we're going to give it a good fight. We're going to give it our best. We're going to give it it all. And this is the key round. Whoever wins this puts themselves in a great position.
Asta leading the charge. He's just going to miss a glimpse of Jacob. And before you know it, in a blink of an eye, Reason are on top of the A bomb site. Are they going to head into our side, or are they wrapping round? They're wrapping round the bomb site. But the problem here is so many footsteps have been heard, and the Excel reinforcements are quick to pounce. Asta looking for Boaster, and, well, neutralizes him in upper apps. Excel one man down now as the bomb ticks, and if Excel are to make it 11, they've got to put pedal to the metal and move faster.
This is a near impossible retake. They're going to go for it. Going as a unit, they have got the defuse skip. They have to find kills. Connor finds one, but the trades come in twofold, and it's Basso and Tessis to absolutely shut it down. That's huge. I mean, really, the problem there is absolutely no engagements being taken. You're not a CT side if you're not defending. That's just a retake team. They do absolutely nothing to try and stop the enemy team. Okay, they're playing for a retake, fine. To do something, at least stop them, or show a face, or fire in their direction, slow them down. They allow them to literally aim in the direction they want to go, run in that direction, plant the bomb, and then kill you all.
Would have been a lot helpful as well if it wasn't Boaster in apps that got killed. Then the retake, they could have potentially tried to at least engage and open fire, trying to retake that bomb site from more than one angle. In the end, the retake was just far too one-dimensional because of the stack XL had going for themselves at B. But this is a nice crossfire. Boaster and Connor both getting a kill apiece, and I think that was Jacob that dealt a load of damage onto KS as well. They may have big, bad weapons in hand, but XL have shown, and as we've seen so far today, particularly on train, the pistols on their own are still more than capable. KS, Thesis, both joining in on the action, making it a 3-on-3 as Mine picks up the bomb and a kill as well. Thesis gets his second of the round, and now it's all down to Windansky to get yet another kill, which he couldn't. He gets that kill, he knows the bomb's been dropped, he can pick up an AK and fall back potentially into pit and watch under the truck. But Thesis, if there was any one man on the Reason Gaming side Phil wouldn't have wanted to face there, it was always going to be him, and unsurprisingly, Thesis got the kill.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there from the Danish side. And although it looked dangerous at the beginning, they do keep it under control, full control. And so XL onto the full eco now. Just have to wait this round out. It's going to be near enough. 8-10. As long as nothing goes horrifically wrong. No stat coming out, nothing fanciful. Bacon will get a little bit of damage through, but Tess is quick to deal with him. Rack up a bit of money. Hasty hunting down poor little Luzza. He's going to take him. Going to take him for a ride. Boaster will find himself a little headshot, but not too much more coming. Or is there? Mene goes down. Good economic damage being dealt, but the bomb will rush its way over towards that B bomb site. Needs to be a little bit careful. Connor McCool, the man they call the cool man, well, he wants to cause a bit of trouble. He wants to cause a bit of drama. And so he will. AK-47 recovered. Boaster with the MAC-10. And the bomb down on the B bomb site. Maybe there is chance. Maybe there is hope. As they say, chance would be a fine thing.
Breathtaking headshots from Boaster. And let's see if we can add to the 2 kills he's already got. And no surprise, it's Connor who gets the first. And Basso to clutch, and Basso does it! Bomb planted for Banana. And Basso puts his foot down and says, you want to retake this bomb site? Not a chance. And that's exactly what we saw unfold in front of us. Unlucky XL, but in the end, Basso was just too darn good.
Yeah, fantastic round there from Basso. Good spray control, keeping calm under pressure. That's what we like. Makes it look easy. Well, I assure you it is not. But again, you never really should have been in that position. Never should have been a 1 versus 2 in favour of XL when they had literally nothing to play with. It's going to be a quick round coming through. Need to be a little bit careful. Collar up close. He's going to be flashed. There's nothing he can do. Windansky now has to hold down the fort over at B. And I don't know why I said that. Hold down the fort is an Americanism. if you're English, you should say hold the fort. There you go. Interesting fact for you guys at home. Hold down the fort doesn't really make sense. It's not going to blow away, is it? Not a bouncy castle. It's a fort. And I don't know about you, but in my experience, I've never seen a fort flying. Apart from in the Avengers. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic there. 8-10. It's looking pretty good for Reason in this round. They have themselves the one-man advantage over towards that B bomb site. The rotate has, of course, come in. Jacob again getting caught off guard, and Windansky, he's going to have one kill and go down. It's a save. Laza and Boaster have nothing to gain from this round. There is no way of breaking into this B bomb site. It just won't happen. So 9 rounds on the board for Reason. XL may even have to go for the save into this next round, depending on their money situation. It is not looking too good, of course. Yeah, there's no way they're buying into this next one. Even with the 2 guns being saved, okay, they drop across a pistol, happy days, but it's not going to be a buy round coming through. Not looking fantastic for XL.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because they had a very, very solid terrorist side, but for example, this round, it wasn't really Reason Gaming playing well that even handed the B bomb site over to him. Okay, Basso got a kill early on, but the XL players were just kind of caught out in the open, just waiting around doing nothing. And because there were so many of them, when that first frag by Windansky, I think it was traded, Thesis just came in and traded the frag back, and then it just basically left absolutely no defense over on B, and that's why the other 2 remaining CTs just opted to save instead. So there was the first kill I was on about. Actually, no, not the first kill I was on about, sorry. That was the clutch that we saw a round ago by Basso, and you know, that's a very good example as well as to why when you do plant the bomb, make sure you plant it out in the open, so you can get a good post-plant position as a terrorist. Makes your life easier. CT's walking to your crosshair. Easy kills, but look at this. Wow, Boaster pushing all the way up towards second mid. And I mean, he got a kill, but it makes you wonder, that one-to-one trade favours Reason in this kind of scenario, and, well, you've just given away a weapon, especially when you consider 3 of your players are only on pistols. I mean, it makes more sense to let the CZ guy push and get the intel. It's just very disappointing.
Yeah, that's very candid indeed. It's hard to see why that decision's been made. He's just rushed out. Yeah, fine, you got a kill, but this is a round where you have to be making every single round count, and they don't do that. That's an absolute waste. Imagine if Laza bounded up mid and just attacked them with an AWP. He wouldn't go, oh, well done, he got a kill. You go, why on earth has he just run towards them with an AWP? That's silly. You know, he's holding his angle, he's found a kill, okay, now he can run away. He hasn't run at them. Interesting decision. Interesting decision. Admittedly, there's not a huge amount invested into it, so nothing overly to lose. But this is an equaliser. Reason Gaming, 10-10 right now. They are coming right back into this game. Nice kill there from an A to take down Connor. Just a timing shot. Flash goes in. He knows. Give it a second. Shoot. I'll get the kill. And that's exactly what happens. Laza just holding on to his AWP. They are coming for him. Will they be in time? That's the question. Laza, we know he's strong. Should be able to hold on to it, and I believe he has. I'm listening. I'm listening. I think he's alive. Laza, there he is. Beautiful man. Beautiful man.
Laza has a very symmetrical face.
Csgo B. So Laza says. Thanks, Laza. Appreciate that. You go B, mate. You go B.
It's like if
you're aiming at the wrong. That's A, mate. That's A.
If you cut his picture in half and then just duplicate it on the other side and flip it, I swear it'll look the exact same. Anyways, I don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, so both teams with guns to play with. Interestingly, Sonny, XL opting to port 3 players over towards B. It looks like 2 of them are going to head towards Banana, where they'll only really potentially see Basso. But Boaster, oh, it's all kicking up towards A. The bomb's been spotted as well. But the CTs aren't here because they stacked the B bomb site instead. And now smokes will go down. Bomb will get planted. After plant positions will be ridden within. And well, XL have a retake on their hands.
Yeah, something's got to be done. Windansky will find himself the opening kill, giving the one-man advantage, but the bomb is planted. There's utility to play with, there's Molotovs, there's flashes. And Tessis is alive. We know this man is a beast. Basso as well. Absolute monster when you give him an opportunity. And the kills. Tessis can't find the kills. It's all on Basso now. 1 versus 3, and Jacob's going to kill him. That's the retake coming in there. Very nice play from Jake, and there just finds the kill. Team ace. Love a good team ace.
Yeah, it was a good play from Excel, charging in together, ready to trade the frags where required. But, you know, we say a lot of good things about Thesis, but for me, I do kind of feel like he played that one a little bit incorrectly. Knowing that there were 3 CTs probably makes more sense to hold the angle, let one run into your crosshair. If you get a second one, happy days, but at least get one before hitting the deck so that you leave your teammate in a 2 versus 1, which is, you know, a lot more likely to win than a 3 versus 1. And essentially, Jacob had an impossible job, irregardless of how tough his final position was trying to take on the situation. So I do feel like Thesis could have played that a little bit better, but forget the past, let's focus on the present, and the present looked very close to being Luzza's AWP. He's picking it up now on the CT side, and as we can see through the wall, it looks like Reason, are they retreating? No, it looks like flashes and smokes getting ready to be thrown over. Luzza falling back, I think he knows what's coming. I'll tell you what's coming, it's the XL Esports, or Reason Gaming rather, Blitzkrieg, making its way towards the A-bomb site. They are being slowed down though by a heap of Molotovs, a heap of smokes. And with Excel pushing men down Banana and one back round towards A, Reason are quickly getting surrounded.
Yeah, they need to start moving at some point. They've been pretty effectively read by Excel at this point. So if they don't do something, they're going to be in serious trouble. Is that a Krieg I see? Interesting choice from Mine. Going to be moving in now. Boaster sitting in pit. He needs to be the one to find the first kill, and he will. Ashley goes down looking for more, but he won't find it. Mine and Basso come together. 1, 2, 3. Jacob can't quite make it. 2 versus 1 now. Basso the last man alive. No bomb plant. So the remaining CTs don't have to worry. All they have to do is sit back, relax, take it easy, and wait for Basso to make the first move. 28 seconds remain. There is time to play with. And he's just going to go for the straight plant. No messing around here from Basso, as the bomb will go down. 2 versus 1. He's got a flash to play with. That's it. Connor, the same. And it's not going to matter. Connor comes in, shoots him right in the back of the head, and he is dead.
Yeah, salvages that AWP as well. Save a bit of dollar going into the next round. And you can see, really, how much that round really meant for Excel.
Oh, yeah, ecstatic.
CT side.
Ecstatic, aren't they? God. Guys, come on. Pull yourselves together. Bit of composure, please.
That CT side, their CT side so far, rather, a little bit lackluster. However, an important round for them because it really is breaking point now. Lose 1 or 2 rounds in a row. Reason Gaming suddenly, despite such a strong first half from Excel, have turned it around, have leveled it up. So let's see if Excel can build on that last round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Excel can continue this, I think it's 1 more round to break the economy, and they should be looking pretty strong. Warp back out, however, for Mine. He's off the Krieg now. He's given up on that. Although he did get a kill with it, to be fair. So, silver linings. Nothing coming in so far. Good map control being taken. But Luzza and Boaster, the tag team duo, are not going to do a huge amount, but falling back, Luzza will hold on to his AWP at least. Now 2 split, B and A. Equally defended. But it's the A bomb site that is under attack. Luzza knows he needs to get forward. He needs to try and find himself a kill. Mine is going to be the man he's going to face off against. Is he going to win the duel? We know Luzza, strong player. Oh, that's an interesting one. Falling back now, getting himself back onto the bomb site. Utility used. Get rid of these pesky Ts, say the remaining players. The rotate is coming in, and it's far too fast and too early. This is looking very dangerous. Windansky now the last man alive. He has to go absolutely enormous to win this one. That's all. Connor did find Hasty over on the other bomb site, leaving it a 3 versus 3, but the bomb down. We know how difficult it is to retake that B bomb site. We've seen enough retakes, but is this going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Can XL do it?
Yeah, the issue with Windansky's position, it's good for one. Oh no, it's good for one. It's good for 1 frag, but then when you need to get a second, your position is given away. Mine nading himself, not really doing himself any favors, and it's all down for KS
to really cause an earthquake here on B. Gets 1. Basso is still left live and standing to the right-hand side, and the C4 gets protected. And Reason, well, in what was a very, very, very close round, emerged victorious. And for me, it just sums up the whole game that we've seen so far. Back and forth between the 2 teams, absolutely nothing between them.
Well, there is one round between them, actually. XL are 1 round ahead. Very, very close indeed, like you say.
Well done.
Pardon?
Your maths has improved.
Oh, well, it's not actually math, it's just I have eyes. Jacob trying to get himself an early kill here. Isn't going to work. Basso takes him straight out of the equation. And although I may be poking fun, it will be 12-12 very soon because this is, of course, a eco round. Reason Gaming not too worried about this one. All they have to do is stay calm, keep it cool, keep economical, and find the frags that they need to find. And that's exactly what they're doing so far. Just take it slow. No need to rush. Guys, relax. Take it easy. No one's in a rush. Are you in a rush?
I am not in a rush, no.
There you go.
No, not at all.
Answer my question for me.
Are you in a rush?
Not that I'm aware of. Could be.
Well, why would we be in a rush, you know, when we're in a beautiful arena watching some sexy Counter-Strike?
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. Why would we be
Haven't
in a
seen the
rush?
sun for 36 hours. Basso opening up, takes a nice kill onto Connor. Just keeping it clean. If they can keep 5 players alive, all the better to see you with. And they can hold on to those weapons. Make sure, you know, when it's this tight, when it's this close, every little advantage they can get means the world. Keeping those weapons in hand. It's not going to work. Boaster will find himself one. KS is low, Basso's low. If Windansky could do some damage, happy days. But he's in the wrong place at the wrong time, with the wrong weapon and without armor. So I just don't see it happening. If he can do some economic damage, fantastic. Fantastic. Match is set to pause. Who do you reckon's paused? Prediction.
Ooh.
Prediction, please.
XL, maybe.
Do you know what? A little tiny bit of me, for the wrong reasons, hopes XL wins, just so that Tom Deacon is wrong. And not only would he be wrong, but he'd be wrong when he was a sheep in the crowd. So the one time he changes his prediction in order to be a sheep in the crowd, he would be wrong. That would make my day. That really would make my day. And obviously a UK team winning would also make me reasonably happy.
I agree. I'd like to see a UK team emerge victorious as well. And a round to go. Basso and KS, the deadly duo at the back of the B bomb site, showing XL how it's done. But even though, to be fair, XL in similar scenarios when they were on their terrorist side, where they were very, very good, certainly showcased that they too are pretty competent when it comes to defending that B bomb site. But as you can probably tell, it is a tactical timeout, and my guess of it being XL is correct. And
is that a vein on Boaster's arm?
Is what, sorry? A vein on
Lord,
Boaster's
that's like
arm?
another bicep.
Well, maybe he's been working out.
What, working his vein out?
Well, obviously, you work out, more blood goes to your biceps and muscles and so on. You become more vascular. And you do lose body fat, body VAT, body VAT, body VAT. Body VAT, 20%.
Bloody government, eh? Bloody government. Taking on
They're
body
taxing
fat.
us on our body fat as well.
That bloody
to be
body
fair,
fat,
let's
eh?
be honest, that wouldn't really be surprising nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah? Well, I
that's
mean,
why we
we're
all need to
taxing our body,
become
aren't we?
professional Counter-Strike players. Then we don't need to worry about paying the bills.
Are you trying to imply that UK Counter-Strike players don't pay taxes?
I never
Is that what you're saying?
You're putting words in my mouth. I'm sorry, I won't have that.
Well, I won't bloody have it either.
Good.
What I will have, however, is quality Counter-Strike, and that's exactly what I'm seeing right now as Minet trying to open things up with the AWP in his hands. Not too much going his way so far. He's going to give it a little tap, but no one is there to receive. Flash is going in. It's another banana execute. We've seen so much. Banana control is important. You need to take it and do your best. Laza, another missed shot. I would be inclined to say at this point, get Connor McCool back on that AWP. No offense to Laza, I think he's a fantastic player, but I just don't think it's his day.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Let's see if he can prove you wrong, though.
I hope so.
Minet is going to creep on towards this B-bomb site. Not biting off more than he can chew, though. As Hasta is going to be the first man towards A. And there we go. Luzza proves you wrong and gets the kill onto Minet over towards the B-bomb site. But unfortunately for XL, the mass majority of the Danes are actually going towards A. Boaster with it all to do. Had far too many players to try and shoot at, and the bomb gets planted. After plant positions intact and locked and loaded, and now all Reason Gaming have to do is play this cool, calm and collected. In fact, they don't even need to worry about that because Excel are running away. They're saving their weapons, understandably, but putting 3 on B was not something that paid off for the Excel Esports.
No, and it's not the first time they've done it either. They've done it quite a few times, and it doesn't seem to be working at all, really. I mean, evidently, they get the 1 kill, but it's not enough to justify 3 players on that B bomb site. A is such an important place to play. You have to make sure that you're taking full control. You're ensuring that bomb site is under control, because as soon as you lose A, any part of A, it releases the whole map. If you wrap on A, you can lose the A bomb site, you can lose the B bomb site, rotations get cut off. It just makes everything so difficult. A is the priority. Take A, take mid, make sure you're in control. Here we go, let's listen in. We've got a little team listening. Oh, it's gone. Don't worry.
Well,
I think they said something about get frags.
Imagine what they're
get
probably
money
saying to each other right now.
But
I was saying, let's try and imagine what they could potentially be saying to each other.
I know exactly
what do you
said.
think?
They said, get frags, get money, get paid.
Nice. That's simple.
Yep. Snappy. Does the job, doesn't it?
Inspiring leadership from Jacob. Granted,
That's
still not
sorry.
quite on the same level as your management of the of Team Prophecy, of the Bulgarians last week. If
I'm not actually
quite
the manager
sure.
yet. I haven't been hired.
No, but you know, you gave us a bit of a taste of a pre-match team talk. So if you've not checked that out, definitely make sure you check it out after our matches tonight. Go back to last week and check the broadcast out. It's a Sonic special, shall we say. But anyways, that's one side. We've got both Jacob and Boaster with only CZ75s, whilst Luzza has an AWP over towards quad side. Number 8 in the form of Jacob with the CZ up close and personal, just behind Luzza, was on the bomb site earlier on, and Boaster, where we've seen him for the majority of XL's CT sides, stood in and around the balcony. But here we go, Jacob and Luzza putting the work in at mid, repelling the Reason attack, and that's gonna be a second kill for Jacob. Gets rewarded with an AK-47 before walking into the scope of Mine. 4 versus 2, Excel on the verge of winning a round. Really, they had absolutely no right to win, but I may have just jinxed it.
Yeah, don't count your pennies before you've made a pound, my friend, because this is still in the balance as Basso finds himself a nice kill onto the unexpected Boaster, working his way forward now. Need to be careful because Luzza is a beast as always, and there he is. He's woken up. The beast has left his lair. They've poked him and he's gone, don't poke me, please, because I'll poke you back, but harder with an AWP. And that's exactly what he's done in that round. He's found his mojo and he's taken him down.
I think that sigh of relief from him after getting that 3K pretty much summed it all up. Definitely going to work there, Luzza, as well, showing that, hey, you know, Connor may have been pretty decent with the AWP in the first half, but don't count me out. I'm still a force to be reckoned with that big AWP in my grasp. But that to one side, it looks like Reason are going to be heading towards the top of the banana. They're going to be looking to unpeel the banana, but Connor puts a smoke down that should repel them, should slow them down for a bit, or maybe I've spoken too soon, as Connor is in first, gets a headshot onto Basso, but Thesis and KS just too damn fast and take over the bomb site. Jacob nailed in the head coming out of Ruins, and now Luzza and Boaster to try and retake, and to be honest, they probably won't even try to retake. They're just going to hang back here. Not really much they can do, let's be honest. And that quick change of tempo towards a B bomb site, enough to take down Excel.
Yeah. I mean, as games go, this one's pretty close.
It is.
In my opinion, personal.
That's why I said there was nothing between the two sides. Until you.
There is actually. There's a big old octagon right between them. And a pair of stairs. But what do I know? 14-13 now in favour of Reason Gaming. These 2 weapon saves are going to be very, very important. They can drop across weapons to their teammates. There is money in the bank. They've been saving. They've been putting their pennies in their piggy bank, and they've said, we've got a little bit of money, so let's They're not getting the top of banana, says Jake. I mean, they're not. He's ruled that possibility out. He says, bloody hell no. That's ours, top of banana. Only 2 players going towards B. I like it. I like it. Laza says, I'm going to take a peek towards mid, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill someone. I'm going to kill someone. All right, and that's okay.
I think Jacob was spot on there, really. What really allowed Reason Gaming to so easily get onto that B bomb site in the last round was they basically just walked up banana with little to no resistance, and that's really what put them in the position to be able to throw them flashes and smokes over and execute. But this time round, Excel have actually vacated apps, and that's allowed Hasta to push straight through with the Mach 10. He's going to annihilate Jacob as Basso wipes away Luzzer and Hasta barbecues Boaster, and suddenly the round turns into a poem. Connor and Windansky to rotate together around Archside, but with smokes all over this bomb site, and even more smokes and flashes yet to come out. They are going to struggle, and for that reason, they're going to pull out.
No fire left in their bellies. They will return home with no food for their family. Connor, 25 frags. That's a lot by my standards. But then you look at the other team, 23, 25, and 20. KS, Basso, and Tessis. Doing pretty well. Pretty happy with themselves, I would say. I'd be pretty happy with them if I was themselves. Connor, just hoping to hold onto this AWP. I always find it interesting how when players are... I'd love to see a statistic of when players are saving, how many kills they get, you know, in comparison. Or to when a player is hunting, they're staying in one position. Because I think when a player's hunting and just jumping around, like, imagine if you were a saving player, okay, but you're holding the A-bomb site, okay, and a player just jumps out and kills you. Imagine if you played like that in a normal round. Interesting.
Yeah, it'd be... Stats like that, I think, always give...
perspective.
Yeah, different perspectives and good points to discuss and talk about, obviously. So it would be interesting if someone compiled something along them lines. But here we go. This could potentially be the final round of our 3rd game of our 5th week here from the Gfinity Arena of the 2nd season of the Elite Series. And I'll tell you who has certainly been elite. It's been Basso, who's been on fire for Reason in this 2nd half. But before I jinx things, they are a man down, soon to be 2 men down. But I take that back. KS is going to neutralize Jacob. And the question at hand now is whether Tesis can be exterminated, as he only has 16 HP. The bomb is down. Connor, Luzzer and Windansky to try and retake the A-bomb site. But these smokes, these Molotovs are all standing in their way as the bomb clock ticks down.
Yeah, not much time left now. Ticking away. Remaining 3 players, they have to get a move on. They've got to get going at some point. Tessis spots them out, no kill coming, but it's going to be KS in the back lines. 1 kill comes through, Connor goes down. They're trying to take him, Windansky wasting time now. Molotov goes onto the bomb. This could just be too late. Mine finds 1 more kill. Windansky, he knows he can't do it. He finds the kill, but Mine will shut him down. A disappointing game overall, but he finishes it on a high. And he wins it for his team. And, goodness, a very, very, very close game, but it did seem, at the end, Reason had the upper hand. They did know what was going on. They understood this was their show, and they edged it out. Experience won.
They stayed calm as well. You know, they didn't exactly have the best of first halves, the Reason, but despite that, they put behind them the first half, came into the second half, and really flexed their pecs, and just tried to, you know, forget about the disappointment in the first half, and they really showed what they well and truly are capable of, what they showed us last week as well. Obviously, when they had Zio as a stand-in, and really played well, I think. And again, when you consider some of these teams' previous games on Inferno, where obviously Excel lost or beat Endpoint 16-13 on Inferno, and then Reason beat Endpoint 16-14 on Inferno, as we can tell, there was always going to be little to nothing between these 2 sides. And I think if you're a neutral watching this game, it was one heck of a awesome spectacle.
Absolutely. A fantastic game indeed. But I don't get the feeling we're qualified to talk about this in depth like we have been for the last hour. So we're going to throw it over to Tom Deacon, who's going to take it away.
It's not about the qualifications. You've definitely got the skills to pay the bills, Harold. But we just thought, let's mix it up. We've heard your voice for a while now. So listen, let's move along. Sponge, SEO. Gentlemen, let's talk about that. What happened there for Excel? They had momentum and then lost it. Reason did enough to just see it out.
Both teams had like a really good T-side game plan. I think, Reason winning both pistols helps, but almost being ecoed twice isn't fantastic either. But just on their T-side from Reason, they were just able to grind out. They had a really good system, and their players stepped up when they needed to in those clutch situations.
Definitely did indeed. And just a continuing winning ways for Reason. I mean, some of the highlights from that map are all for everyone to see. But, Excel will be kicking themselves because they had a chance to get back into that playoffs, and they're not going to be.
Yeah, they'll be quite disappointed really. Like, you get the good, strong T side, and then it's again the CT side's lacking from XL, which is something we were complaining about in the last season. It's just something that they just kind of need to work on really. I suppose try to practice is obviously the way forward. It's just a bit disappointing really.
Yeah, it is disappointing, especially for the UK teams. But the Danes are flying. How far can they go, gentlemen? Before we wrap up before our last game, how far can they go based on that performance?
I still think Envious are probably the best looking team here, even though they haven't, had the great start to this season, I suppose. But they're looking pretty hot. I think their CT side needs to be worked on as well, but definitely good signs.
Indeed. I mean, XL will take on Team Envy next week, and Reason will have Method. So they'll probably be sticking around to watch how the Method boys do against Endpoint. Thank you very much so far, gentlemen, for the first 3 matches. One more game to go for the day, and what a cracking tie it is. National pride is at stake. Both teams believe they're the best in Britain, and now they've got a chance to prove it. Only one can walk away with the head held high. We'll be back after a short break. Whatever you do, do not miss this next game. Take my word for it.